There's something wrong with my son. Final part. I was standing by the counter of the kitchen, staring down at the old baby monitor, then heard his voice, now sounding far too deep for a 6-year-old child. "Stop listening," he growled, then took a breath. "I do not like being spied on." The device in my hand started to blink wildly before smoke came out of its top, and it burst into flames. I wanted to run away, but I knew I couldn't. My wife was still upstairs, but that time, as I snuck up there and past my son's bedroom, I could hear him, it, chuckling. Of course, I didn't dare open the door, but ran past toward the room where my wife would be. My plan was to get her out of there, if it came to it, with force. But the moment I saw her and she saw me, all that bravado left me. She was sitting on the bed crying silently as I walked in. There was fear in her eyes, real, unadulterated terror and panic. I knew it at that moment. This thing had done something to her. So I sat down next to her and hugged her without saying a word for a long, long time. We fell asleep like that, I think, because when I woke up, it was from something long and sharp cutting into my cheek. Next to my side of the bed, I saw Charlie standing and holding a kitchen knife while staring down at me like one would do at an insect. I wanted to scream for help, but he put one of his fingers over my lips, and I swear, my body seemed to freeze. Moving a muscle was out of the question, and the knife wandered down toward my throat. "What is fear?" Charlie whispered in this gruff voice, but kept his finger on my lips. I looked over at my wife, whose eyes were wide as she stared back, unmoving just like me. Trembling and sweating, I could do nothing but lie there and wait for what would happen next. This thing delighted in my terror, and I was sure it would cut me or stab me. But instead, it suddenly pulled the knife away and dropped it to the floor before turning and walking out of our bedroom as if nothing had happened at all. I tried talking to my wife, but she shook her head and held her hands over her ears the second I mentioned our son. Is he possessed? Was he always like that but stopped hiding it? Has something else taken his place? I don't know anymore. My wife won't talk to me about it. She smiles while she trembles from head to toe every time Charlie enters the room. This morning we sat at the table, having breakfast in complete silence while he told us what he dreamed about. I don't know how long we're going to last. Follow for more.